So hey guys, welcome to this Udemy course, and here we are going to discover a lot of things about Python. So without just wasting our time in nonsensical talk, let's get started. Along this project, we are going to create 3 real-time projects which you can add on your resume. So let's just start it. So first, we'll just create a file 01py, and in this we'll just write everything about print statement that you need to know. So let's just say all about print. Oh, I'm sorry, the spelling mistake. And we'll say print statement. Okay, double n doesn't work pretty much well on my computer. So let's just say if you have to print anything in Python, you just simply say print. That's the easy. This is perhaps the most easiest programming language that you can ever learn. Hello world. So in order to run anything in Python, you just go into terminal and you say Python and then the name of the file, which in our case that is 01.py. So when we hit enter, you can see there is hello world in our terminal printed. That's cool. Hello world is considered to be lucky for a programmer to write. So congratulations, you have wrote your first code if you are doing it along with us. Okay, so we're adding one more comment over here, and you can see the comments are not getting printed and the comments are in different colors. So and here you can just to get this kind of preview and like things like that, you should install VS Code for better experience, better coding experience, I would say, because it is one of the best IDE that I've ever seen. So just install it. You'll find anything tutorials on YouTube. So we'll just understand how do you print things from variables. So I'll just assign a variable saying 1. Okay, I'll assign a number variable as a value 1. So when we print it, oh, I'm sorry, when I say p, it suggests me print. Okay, so if I say number, what do you think should print, number or 1? Let's just see. And you can see it prints hello world and 1. Okay, just print out hello world, comment out. So if we say this, you see the color is changed. Now if we run the program, it will not get printed. It is the comment statement, it will never get printed. So if we just go and run the program again, you will see just 1 is printed, hello world is not printed. See, hello world is not here this time. So let's just because it's like comment statement. Okay, so you can see number includes of 1. So when we print number, it prints 1. So that is the essence of it. So now we can just go to some operators. Like if I say number is equal to, and I will say 1, and what should we say, multiply by 5. Okay, and if I print number, then what do you think will get print? So 1 into 5 is obviously 5. So we'll just go to our terminal, say that again, and you can see 1 and 5. Dude, I have to comment out that number 1 first. So we'll just if we can even change that operator to anything, you can use it plus, minus, or whatsoever you want to. So we'll see that in the next file. So first we'll just try to comment out this upper guy. So we'll just go say hashtag and it will get commented. So color changed, not going to print, and I'm going to give you every files. That's why I'm not erasing the things that I'm writing. I'm going to every file for the reference purposes. So we'll just create it 12, and you can see that done. Boom, bam, that's 60. That's the most simplest thing. You are not going to do this kind of things in a head, but this is just for understanding how the Python works. So let's just create another file 02.py. Don't worry, we'll create real-time projects that you can add on your resume, but first we'll have to understand what are the basics of Python. So we'll just understand what are the types that includes in Python, like integer and stuff like that. So first is integer, which includes of 1, 2, 3, whatsoever. Then floats, which are decimal numbers. Then say strings. Strings are the third one. So just str, strings, which includes of any words. And then are bools, that are true, false. Just true, false are boolean. Okay. So now if I create a variable, let's just create a variable. I say number and I say 12. And now if I try to print the type of number. If I want to know the type of number, what is the type of this variable, then I say type. I run the program. Okay, just change the name of the file 02. Okay, so if I print it, it's a class int, so it is an integer. But if I put that in double quote or single quote, it will change. Let's just see. You see that now it is string. In Python, if you put anything in double quotes, it is a string. Same work with single quotes also. Single quotes and double quotes makes any kind of integer a string. Even if it is a float, it will make it a string. Even if it is a boolean and you put that in quotes, it is in string. Okay, so you will just say true. Oh, sorry, spelling mistake. TRU true. Okay. Now if we run it again, it will now say bool. You can see bool. Done. So that was very much about things, and we'll just say 1 2 3 float. For sake, you can see class float. So that's how it works. Okay, so now let's just take a look at lists. If you don't know what are the lists in Python, then I'll just show you. You can assign multiple values to a single variable. So let's just jump into that. Let's just comment this out. Okay, commented out. Now I'll say list in Python. I should have said list in Python. I could have simply said list. Okay, so let me just make it so you'll understand that this is a different thing. Okay, so if I create a one more variable, on top of my head just number is going on, like number is the only thing that is going on top of my head. I'll say number, and I'll just when you want to create a list, you use the square brackets. You can't just give it in a circle bracket or curly braces. You have to use square brackets here when you are creating a list. So I'll just add a lot of things, and at the end I'll comment one thing saying multiple values. Okay, so this, okay, assigned to a single, okay, single variable. Okay, done. This is called a list. Okay, so if I try to print this, it will simply get printed like number. Okay, so let's just run it, and when we run this, it will print the whole list. Now what if I want just one element of it, this, then I have to use indexes. So in indexes, let's use those indexes. So I'll just come into number, and wait a second. Okay, so I had a little issue, that's why I stopped it. Okay, now just run it. I'll say, let's just say 2. So since the countation in Python starts from 0, so it will say 1 2 3, 0 1 2 3, and this is how it starts. So countation starts from 0, so that's why when we want 2, it gives us 3. I hope you understand that Python always starts the counting from 0. So this is how it works. So when we have want the value of 0, it is 1. When we want the value of 1, it is 2. Things like that. And if you want the value of 0, then you will see 1 will get printed. Okay, see? So this is how it works. Python is basically just like that. So let's just create a one more file for the day. Why it is not created? Okay, chapter 1, I'll create this. I'll call it o3.py. Okay, so the file is created. We'll discuss in this one, what should we say? So no, in this we are not going to design our first project. We'll design in the next chapter. In this one we'll discuss about operators. Simple things, very simple operators. Okay, so let's just say what are the types of operators and what are the symbols that are used for operators. So first of all, as we all know, addition. Okay, addition plus only, the simple one, it is used for addition. And I'm going to give you everything on in this chapter. What am I going to teach you? And as you see, this is all shift down. in VS Code you can just select everything. You can say Control D and everything will get selected of the same spelling. If the spelling is different, then not going to select. So I'll just say addition, and in I can say subtraction. Okay, it is going to take time. Multiplication, okay, just stop it and I'll just skip it. So you can see I've printed everything. You can check out the symbols. Those are very easy symbols. Okay, this is a plus, minus, multiply, divide, and this is a reminder at the end what remains after dividing. If 1 2 0 whatsoever remains, again we'll create another variable number. My favorite one. So I'll just say 1, what I should say, multiply, plus, minus, whatsoever. I'll say minus 4, and I'll just print it. If I just say 1 minus 4, it will not get printed. I have to print it. I have to tell my Python that you print it. You don't just overwritten yourself. You can see minus 3. That's it. Simple as that. And if you say like something multiply, bam, that's 4. Good enough. Okay, I'll now, let's just do some interesting. I'll just, what should I do? Divide. Yeah. Okay, so run 0.25. That's it. I'll just say plus. I'm just doing it for reference purposes so you can understand how these things are working. Everything I should show you because I'm here to show you everything. Let's just again create our favorite variable, that is number. So we'll just create number as our variable, and I will just say, I'll just show you printing operators, like doing arithmetic operations in list. 1 plus 2. Now put a comma, do 1 minus 2. Then put again a comma, say 1 multiply by 2. Then put a comma and say divide by 2. These kind of things are crazy. Like you say 2 and 1 reminder 2. And this is how I'll just print. So if you see this, everything will get printed. Number. And all the things will be printed in our terminals. You see, bam, we have everything in our terminal running right now. Okay, so if I just use the index that I have taught you in the second one, so we can access any element in from this, but we are not going to. We'll just go back and create one more thing, which will be our user input. This is where it starts, your real Python. So let's just declare any variable, say our favorite one, number. And when we have to take an input, we say input. That's it. You say input and you put this, and then say enter a number. Yeah, that's basically good enough. Enter a number, and then you say print whatever the user have inputted. So print number. That's it. So when I just go run the program, I'll say number. So what is the number? I'll print 34. It prints 34. So let's make it fun. We'll just add one thing over here, calling it 23. Just add it with 23. So when I run this program and throw an error, you'll just see if I 100 error. So why this error? Because input are always in a string manner. Inputs are always string. They are never ever integer. So when you want to make it attach with an integer, you have to make it an int. So I'll just say int in front of input. Just put that brackets. Okay, done. Now you say plus 23. It'll work. I'll just say plus 23. Bam, boom. And I'll say again 123. This time no error. That's how it works. String is a default value, int you have to use. Okay, so that's how it works. True false doesn't mean. Okay, so that was the basis of this. In ahead lectures we'll discuss more.